Always curious about where teams go after they fire someone, and usually, as we've seen in the NHL, coaching hirings are pendulums. And when you
Yep.
have someone who's, and listen, Darryl made no secret of the fact that he's a coach that deferred to veterans, and kids came along slowly.
Yep.
Should we now look into this idea that maybe as the Calgary Flames try to break in more of the Dustin Wolfs and the Jacob Pelches into the lineup, they look for someone that can relate more to younger players? Or am I just saying that because the knee jerk is, oh, they've gone on from Darryl Sutter, let's bring in someone that relates to kids, or bring in someone that makes it fun to come to the rink right this way, Bruce Boudreau?
Well, you know what? I think you're asking like a lot of good questions here, which is unusual. Good for you. But
Getting it out of the way early this week.
yeah, no, I think it's a great question. Like to me, the thing is like not only is it the young players, but I think you've got to interview people about Huberdeau. Like to me, even more than incorporating the young players, because the Flames have some good ones. Their AHL team had an excellent year and still in the playoffs. To me, it's all about, too, what are your ideas for Jonathan Huberdeau? How do we get him back to closer to being a 100-point player as opposed to a 50-point player? I think both of those things are very, very important. Like, Calgary has a couple of guys in their organization that they really think highly of. Ryan Huska, their assistant coach, he's someone I know they really think highly of. I think the big challenge is there's always a question, and you and I have debated this, how easy or hard is it to go from assistant coach to head coach on the same team? Like there are people who believe that it's very difficult to do because you go from the good cop to the bad cop and your players don't always buy it. So that's one challenge. But I know they think very highly of Huska. And the other guy is their guy at the AHL, Mitch Love. Like he's a guy that when I ask around and I say who are some of the young names that I should just be keeping an eye on, he's one of the names you hear. And as you said, you're going to want Pelche to have a bigger role. Wolf is going to be on this team next year. You've got to think they're going to try to find a way. Zari is not far away, and there's other guys down there. And the success he had down there with them absolutely puts you on the radar. So I think those are good names to include, and I think they'll be part of the search. But I think you're looking for two things. Yes, someone who can relate to young players, but also someone who has ideas on how to unlock Huberdeau.
Okay, I got a name for you. As I'm hearing you talk about this, I have a name for you.
Are you going with Bruce Boudreau?
Andrew Brunette. No,
yeah,
Andrew Brunette.
I think Andrew Brunette is another really good example. I completely agree with that. I think those are the kinds of the names that you are going to hear for sure.